Breaking Bad is so mid. What better than Breaking?
Anyways, have you guys heard of Makoto Shinkai? He's kind of a goated guy. He's kind of a goated dude. He's kind of the-goat. He's kind of a goated animator. See, he's made movies like Your Name and Wedding Review and 5 centimeters per second.
Oh, they fucked. They fucked. I know it. Teen pregnancy all the way, baby. They go. Oh. Oh. What the fuck is wrong with me? No wonder I'm lonely.
He's kind of like the David Lynch of animation, but instead of fucking with your brain, mind, and general train of thought, he fucks with your emotions with a 12-inch, 15-pound big black cock. He's a cool dude. I'll just say it, he's a cool dude. But despite all the acclaim and praise all his movies have received, there's one movie he made that no one really talks about. It was never released in many areas outside of Japan. Yeah, there's a DVD of it, but who the fuck buys DVDs? And that movie is Children Who Chase Lost Voices. Now, if you recently watched Your Name or Wedding Review and just want to see what other stuff this guy's made, you might think to yourself, hey, I've heard of this movie, but haven't really watched it because there's not a ton of reviewers that have talked about this, unlike Your Name or Wedding Review. Now, here's the thing. This movie was not shown in theaters in other countries, and the only record of it premiering outside of Japan was on Adult Swim in 2016, which is 5 years after it was released in Japan. Thanks, Wikipedia.
Wikipedia? You're using Wikipedia as your source of information?
Now I want you guys to think for a moment. Why did this movie premiere on Adult Swim in the United States? What could have possibly happened that a near 2-hour Makoto Shinkai movie did not premiere? Oh. This movie is the closest thing we'll ever get to an R-rated Studio Ghibli film. What's the most surprising thing is that this movie still got a TV-14 rating, which is basically like PG-13. In other countries like the United States, it surely would not get the same rating because, you know, it's Disney's market now, bitch.
Shut the fuck up!
But hey, that's just one part of it. Getting that out of the way, let's talk about the actual premise. So basically, there's this girl called Asune Watase. I'm probably going to offend the entirety of Japan with my pronunciation, so I apologize in advance. Every day after school, while her mom works long shifts at the town hospital and her dad stays in the coffin for future plot convenience, she goes up to a mountain located on the outskirts of town and listens to a thing. A cat's whisker receiver. Yeah. Yeah, that works. This is a memento that her father gave her before passing away, and she listens to it every day until nighttime along with a strange cat called Mimi.
Meme break. I'm getting rid of this segment. It's terrible.
One day while going to that place, she gets attacked by a Dark Souls boss and gets saved by a mysterious person by the name of Shun. Dude, chill out, this isn't Pornhub. Shun gets hurt in the process and tells her while bleeding that she should never return to that area and orders her to go home. Around the same time, she meets a new professor at school by the name of Ryuji Morisaki. Nailed that one. Who's suspiciously knowledgeable about a place called Agartha, which Shun told Asuna about before sending her away, and also has a dead wife, so that's cool. Asuna must then decide whether to stay at home like a normal functioning being or go do the one thing she was told absolutely not to do and potentially fuck up the lives of every other character I've just mentioned. That's the most I'll say about it, because it, along with Shinkai's other works, has a lot of twists and turns that'll make you say, did that just fucking happen? Now, what do I have to say about it? It's not his best work, but still something I would very much enjoy watching again and again. The animation, spectacular, but you already knew that. That same hybrid of highly detailed realistic landscapes with beautifully shaded anime characters that are present in other movies are present in this one as well, so that's nice. And you can tell that there were a lot of new things that they tried for this movie, especially as the film progresses to its second and third act that I won't show because of spoilers, but the team at Comics Wave started to get really creative with designs of the scenery, characters, and creatures, to the point where it feels more like a Studio Ghibli film than a Makoto Shinkai film, with just the amount of magic and mysticism that's more present here than in his other movies. The narrative? Overall, it's pretty strong. As a guy is known for incorporating the difficulties of romance in his movies through distance, time, age, and fate, this one is incorporated through life and death. So that's dark. But the plot between Ryuji and his wife becomes a lot more developed as the movie progresses, and it adds up to an exciting finale over decisions that may have to be made, and a consequence that must be endured. Not only that, but the world building in this movie is absolutely incredible. There are always enough details that are not explicitly said by the characters, but can be picked up by the viewers if they pay close attention to the scenery around them. However, one problem that is present in this movie are the inconsistencies, mainly with some of the antagonists and minor characters in the plot that I can't get into because, well, spoilers. So I won't go over them in this video. But what I can say is that at times the sweet melancholic tone that is mostly present in the movie does get drowned out by the blood and violence that's there on occasion, but not too much to make it a total mess, but it's still there. Also the narrative, it fluctuates. It's stable, but it fluctuates. The characters? Some were good, some were serviceable, but none of them I believe were bad. I feel like some of them could be a mixed bag for some people, especially the roles of Asuna and Shun in the story, but I feel like the character that was the strongest was Ryuji. The man is absolutely fucking determined by every definition of the word to reach his goal. It doesn't matter what the consequences are, he just does not stop swinging his cock at every challenge that approaches him, and for me, he was the standout of the entire film.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
To love.
The music, outstanding. I always loved the use of music in his movies, and it's still present here through the godly presence of Tenmun. The reason why is because the music always makes it feel like it's a journey greater than life. And for me, that's what makes these movies much more magical than normal movies that have, you know, magic. Yeah, looking at you, Fantastic Beats.
Oh my god!
Anything else? Alright, the theme of the story. The themes of this movie are grief and acceptance of loss. It's something that everyone will be reminded of if they hear of just the film's title, because that is primarily what it's all about. They're not themes that haven't been discussed before or not been the primary subject of other stories, but certainly a good example of how to build a story surrounding those themes and what it's trying to say to move past it. The message is more metaphorical in the film's third act, but nonetheless makes it all more impactful as a result. So how would I rate this? I'd give it between an 8.5 or a 9.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah!
A great movie with a couple flaws in its narrative and character writing. Watch it with your family, your friends, your significant other, all alone, which is probably the case if you're watching me on the internet. get some game, will you? But wait, there's one part of this that has yet to be answered. Where can I actually watch this? Well, here's the kicker. This entire movie is available on YouTube. English dub, 1080p, thanks to this fucking mad lad. For some reason, any film of his before Garden of Words you can watch on YouTube. Don't know why it's the case, but hey, I'll take it. And if you don't know English, well, you know what to do.
I'm a sailor pig! I lost my leg! Climb up the top sail! I lost!
Skylar, I think the cancer's back.